In the history of football, there have been some mind-blowing individual performances. 2012 Messi, 2017 Ronaldo, 2021 Lewandowski, 20 and 2021 Kante, and 18-19 Van Dijk.
And Raphinha with the shot, and Torres has scored!
But have you ever seen anything like what Raphinha is doing this season? The goals, assists, runs, eagle-eyed passes, and the fact that he transformed from an average player last season to a Balon d'Or contender this season makes the Brazilian an anomaly. What could be the reason for this sudden sensational form? Maybe the frustration of injuries and his performances last season were a catalyst. Here is a quick recap. During the 23-24 season, Raphinha was a shadow of himself. 2 muscle injuries and a knock kept him on the sideline for 61 days, missing 14 games for club and country. His injuries affected his form so badly that he lost his spot in the starting 11 to Lamine Yamal even after recovery. Despite playing 37 games for Barcelona, he scored only 10 goals and provided 11 assists in all competitions, and at the end of the season, they won a total of 0 trophies. Did you know that Barcelona almost got rid of this football genius based on his performance last season? The frequent calls for his exit got to him, and he agreed to leave. The only reason he remained at the club was that Al Hilal came with 10 million euros, less than the 90 million euros Barcelona asked for. While searching for a new club, something happened that changed Raphinha's story. Barcelona got a new manager, and that one phone call to the Brazilian changed everything. The Brazilian vowed to make the new manager fall in love with him in just a week.
Odeio perder. Não gosto de perder onde tu perdeu, empatou e sai tranquilo, feliz, acho que.
Playing the entire 90 minutes in Barca's opening La Liga game for the 2024-2025 season against Valencia proves that Hansi Flick truly fell in love with him almost instantly. After a tireless performance, Raphinha won the penalty, which led to the game's winning goal. Although he was without a goal contribution in the second league match against Athletic Club, he dropped another premium performance throughout 90 minutes. But there was something new in the first 2 games. Coach Hansi Flick had adjusted Raphinha's position to a more central one, and the result shows that the manager was seeing something everyone, including Raphinha, wasn't seeing. He was also granted freedom to switch to either side of the field. His first direct goal contribution came in the 3rd league game against Rayo Vallecano when he provided a calm assist to Pedri, but it was nothing compared to what he did in the next game. He scored not once, not twice, but 3 times, and provided 1 assist in the 7-0 demolition of Real Valladolid on August 31st. He had 5 shots that day, and all of them were on target. At this point, it seemed he'd become unsatisfied with having 1 goal contribution per game, because the next time he scored was a brace against Villarreal on September 22nd. Once again, the coach experimented with the Brazilian on the right wing, but whether he was coming from right, left, or center, he posed the same threats to defenders. Did you know that Raphinha played all 90 minutes in the first 7 league matches this season, and Barcelona won all of them? It was the first match he didn't start away to Osasuna that Barca lost, but staying on the bench for this one was no fault of his. He was rested for the crucial Champions League fixture against Young Boys on October 1st, when he started in the middle behind Lewandowski and got an assist in the 8th minute and a goal in the 34th minute. Next up was 2 assists against Alaves on October 6th in the league. It would have been much more if Barcelona had not wasted numerous chances. After winning a penalty in the 23rd minute and providing an assist in the 39th minute against Sevilla on October 20th, he was substituted in the 66th minute. Not because he was underperforming, but because he was too good to miss the upcoming Champions League game against Bayern Munich. The rest paid off when he scored the opening goal against the German side in just 57 seconds, Barcelona's 3rd fastest goal in the Champions League. By the 56th minute, he'd scored a hat-trick. He completed the task early enough and was substituted in the 77th minute so he could rest for another crucial league game against defending champions Real Madrid. The result was another assist and a goal after outrunning Lucas Vazquez from the right and using his side foot to chip the ball over Lunin's head. The goals and assists kept coming. 1 goal against Espanyol, 1 goal and an assist against Crvena Zvezda in the Champions League, 1 goal against Celta Vigo, and another against Las Palmas. Despite his contributions, the team went 3 games without a win, causing the tireless Brazilian to roar at himself and his teammates. He said, "If we don't win, I can't be satisfied with my performance. We needed to win." I guess you know the secret to his good form now, his mentality. The Hungry Lion got 2 goals against Mallorca in the next league game and led his side to their first victory in 4 games before scoring a crucial goal in the next Champions League game against Borussia Dortmund. But then, the opportunity to win the first trophy of the season came. His hunger for goals multiplied when Barcelona faced Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup final. Real Madrid had won by 4 goals to 1 the previous season, and Barca wanted revenge. They got exactly that. They won 5-2 with Raphinha scoring twice and grabbing 1 assist to win the club's first trophy of 2025. 3 days later, it was time to focus on another domestic trophy, the Copa del Rey, where he scored another goal against Real Betis. It was time to test the strength of this young Barca team outside Spain. It was a rough ride for them, as Barcelona were overpowered by Benfica in their next Champions League fixture on January 21st. Although Raphinha is always on fire, he became a beast that evening. With Benfica leading by 3-1 at half-time, Barcelona needed to pull off an extraordinary performance to overturn the result. Then, Raphinha scored a bizarre goal before netting a world-class one in the 6th additional minute with his magical left foot. Once again, Raphinha won the game for Barcelona. When one plays every game, fatigue is supposed to set in, but that is not the case with Raphinha. He got stronger with each game, making another superb run to grab a goal in the 7-1 demolition of Valencia on January 26th. In the final group game of the UEFA Champions League against Atalanta, Raphinha couldn't find the back of the net despite putting his all into the game. But when not scoring goals, he creates, and he was responsible for the 2 assists that evening. His break from goals continued, but his assists kept multiplying after getting another 2 against Valencia in the Copa del Rey quarter-final. He resumed scoring with a right-footed thunderbolt 3 days later in the league match against Sevilla, and made a quick one-touch assist for Ferran Torres against Las Palmas 1 week later. The goal contributions are just the tip of the iceberg. You know, in the game of football, assists are counted only if a goal is scored. The number of goal-scoring opportunities often created by Raphinha is uncountable. If these chances were converted, Raphinha could have up to 5 goal contributions per game. But his continuous double goal contributions per game are more than enough for any midfielder. For instance, the 2 assists he got against Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey semi-final on February 25th were a small part of his overall performance. His impact on the team was so significant that he didn't miss a game, even when other team members were being rotated. More interesting is his speed and quick decision-making in front of goal. He doesn't touch the ball more than he should. He doesn't shoot when passing the ball is the best option, and he doesn't pass the ball when shooting is the best option. He always knew what to do, like in the Champions League round of 16 matches when it seemed like his best performance, but he did even better in the second leg, scoring twice and assisting the other goal, making him directly involved in all of Barcelona's 3 goals. He is currently the top scorer in this season's Champions League with 11 goals and the top assist provider with 5 assists in 10 games. On the average, he scores a goal every 76 minutes. Here's where it gets interesting. With his 16 goal contributions, he needs just 6 more to equal Ronaldo's record of 22 goal contributions in a single Champions League season. With at least 2 games to play in this season's competition, he could score more goals and create more assists. If Barcelona reaches the final with Raphinha's current form, Ronaldo's record looks shattered already. Back to La Liga. Raphinha's importance to the team is immeasurable. He's played 2,224 minutes and featured in all 27 games this season, coming in as a substitute only once. Without his contributions, Barcelona could be far away from the first spot, but can they hold onto the top spot until the season ends? There is an even bigger question. Can Raphinha become the first Barcelona player to win the Balon d'Or in the post-Messi era? His performances, especially in the Champions League, has already placed him on top of the list of contenders. Compare his stats with Rodri's 8 goals and 9 assists last season, and Vinicius Jr.'s 24 goals and 11 assists last season. With his current form, you can expect another 20 goal contributions before the end of the season. The only factors that could stand in his way are sustaining an injury, an early exit from the Champions League, or failure to win La Liga. But even if that happens, Raphinha has already proved himself as the world's best player for the majority of this season.